Okay, hello. Good morning. Had a great weekend, like relaxing. Um, Sometimes, like I had a bit of a not rough, but like I have been a bit stressed lately, like the last couple of months or something. And when I get into that, suddenly there's like I can almost pinpoint the second where kind of like my mind shifts and I start to see how I should kind of change how I do things to kind of generally feel less stressed and stuff like that. So for me, it's typically, I think it often starts out being something concrete, like stressing at work, or like I talked about having a presentation and stuff like that. But I kind of dive into this. I start using my phone more. I isolate myself a bit more when I get into that mood, and then it kind of swirls down into the abyss. But then I always get to this point where, no, wait, now I have to pick myself up again. So I had that moment this weekend, so that's super nice. So, and then I'm more in the moment, which is always good. Anyways, I have no idea why I started talking about that. Let's rather talk about the app we're working on. So last time, I kind of, at least temporarily, concluded that we were going to actually store all the events on a single day instead of on a week, because a week it's difficult to kind of set the scope of a week, because you can change the first day of the week and stuff like that. So basically what we were going to do is to try to store a new backlog item on a specific weekday. Did we even grab the weekday, get current weekday UID? Yes, we did. Yeah, we used the date functions library for that. So basically we need to create this set backlog item on weekday effect. And I guess we can just replace our update week, and it passes in, well, we have to pass in the profile. So profile. And then the current weekday, and then on what? Oh, but this is the doc. Oh, sorry. So this is the profile. This is like, is it on your personal account or the family account you're going to store it? This is the key for like the day. And then we have the ID of the actual backlog item that we're going to insert on that current weekday UID. So let's see. We have profile. I think that's kind of like a good way to expose this API. Is like you always pass in the profile first. And we have a weekday UID. And then we don't have days, but we have the backlog item. Oh, we did talk about this ID versus UID. I guess it's ID. Oh, no. And now I'm using UID here. Okay, let's use, I don't remember what we concluded on last time, but let's use UID. Yeah, we're using ID. So UID is related to the user, and then we use ID for everything else. So we have get weekday ID. Let's change this. Let's save that. Backlog item ID. So we have our collection of. Okay, so now I guess we should have a different collection. We should just call it days. Yeah, let's just call it days. And then the the document we're going to store it on is weekday ID. Yeah, now we have this term weekday. Like for me, it's super important to be consistent about how you're naming things. So if we start using weekday, we should do that through the whole thing. And it might seem like a little bit overkill to name it weekdays, but it's related to your week, so it's more consistent or precise, I mean. So let's call it weekdays. We grab the document. Oh, yeah, and this is interesting, because we talked about this data structure where we could have weekdays as oh yeah, wait, this doesn't work the way we intended, because we were talking about using a map. We were talking about using a map to store like where the key is the weekday ID, and then there's like another map which holds the backlog item ID, and then that would be true now. But we would be able to change that into something else, like a meta thing. But now, since we have a collection, we actually get a document on the weekday ID, and that document needs to hold like fields. We can't do another. Yeah, this is kind of annoying. This is kind of annoying. Well, I guess, yeah, okay. So what makes sense here is that, let's see, let's remove all this stuff. So we have our document, and what we could insert here is like we could have, yeah. So we could, maybe we should do update. So we could update, so we have our weekdays, and then we could say backlog items. So that could be like our map. That could be our map. Or maybe we don't need this map now. Okay, let's just write out one way to do it. So we could have like backlog items, and then we could have like backlog item ID and like set that to true, for example. That will be possible. And then when we have dates, when we have like an event, we could rather do like this, events, and then backlog item, if that makes sense. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter, because it's not really this thing that decides if it's an event. It's kind of like when we go and grab the backlog item ID, that's kind of like what decides if it's an event. Yeah, how should we do this? Like, of course, this will work, and it is quite explicit, because we're grabbing we're explicit about what's inside this value are the backlog item IDs, which is a good thing. But at the same time, I get this question, like, what else would we want there? well, we don't have to have something there. It's just, yeah. Because we talked about adding like metadata to the backlog item. What's kind of interesting though is that when we first store everything by day, we could actually like insert the title of the backlog item. So if you were to change the data, like the description, sorry, not title but description of the backlog item, it would per day, like in history, it would actually remember the description you had when you activated it, which is a nice thing. But or we could just use an array. And if we were to add some metadata to the day, we would rather store that. So you would have like metadata, something like this. So we would store it next to the thing. Yeah. And then I think we would rather do, yeah, and this is also interesting because what about multiple, how did I store this previously? Maybe, yeah, okay. This is okay. This is interesting. Because what we can do instead, oh yeah, a good thing we thought about that, because let's see, this is a string. So instead of storing backlog items like this, we're going to store it by the actual profile UID, and then we're going to use an array and backlog item ID, and we're not going to set backlog item on weekday, we're going to set backlog items on weekday, and then we're going to store that on the specific profile UID, which means that every user can safely go in and update their own commitments to that day. And then when we open that day, we can go through the profile UIDs, and then we can fill in the commitments for each profile for each day. Yes, this is the way to do it. So we are going to return, well, we don't even need this. Yes, I think we should do it like that. The only thing now is that we need a backlog item IDs. This needs to be, that will be the array itself. Set backlog items on weekday, and then when we do this, we don't even have to map over the active weekdays. We are just going to call this effect. So we are going to, what was the name of it? Adding active weekdays. So adding state active weekdays. If we have something there, we are going to call this effect, and then we're going to pass in, let's see, we need to map over the active weekdays. Yeah, we'll have to see how this works out, but I think it's going to be good. Why is this complaining? Oh. Get current. Get current. Oh yeah, weekday ID. Sorry, this was from before. Set backlog item. Wasn't that the name? Set backlog items. Oh, or promise.resolve. Why is it complaining about this? Does not exist on effects. That's kind of weird. Oh, API, of course. Sorry about that. Why is it complaining now? We are mapping over this thing. Oh, why aren't you? Oh, what? That's a bug. It's not. Weekday ID, backlog items ID. Which one is it complaining about? Argument of type string is not a. Oh, I don't know what part of this is it actually complaining about. Oh, sorry. I'm doing it on the wrong thing. Oh, wait, I'm really doing this on the wrong thing. Oh, god damn it. Wait, what am I doing now? I need to... Which... Oh, shit, no. Sorry, I'm confusing the two things here. Oh, god damn it. Because we are, of course, adding on different days. So we do need to do it, but we need to pass it in like this. Or do we? Because we change one at a time. Yeah, sorry. I'm thinking now like you actually pass in multiple. But yeah, we're actually going to do that. We're going to pass in multiple. Sorry, I'll set backlog items on API. I'm going to go through this when I'm done. Let's see. You're gonna get current weekday. Like that. Cool. There we go. That thing. And is this? Okay, now it's happy. Sorry, I was confusing a couple of things. So, because what we want to do when we go here and we add something and we add some days, we want to go through those days, and then we want to add this specific backlog item ID to that list on your profile. But typically when we plan the next week, then we have like how do we store that? Yeah, maybe we don't have. Oh, these two things are thinking. How do we actually store this stuff? So when we actually toggle these days, we are toggling different days. We are not toggling backlog items within one day. So it doesn't really make sense to pass it on. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense to pass multiple. So it should be set backlog item on weekday. Yeah, because it will be multiple calls to the server if you were to like change the day. And then even if you kind of, either you change the day or you change the backlog item. That's the thing. You never pass multiple backlog items to a single day. That's the thing. So let's put it back like it was. Sorry, it's been a weekend, and set backlog item on weekday. There we go. And then we have but then we have to do a transaction. Okay, so that's why I wanted a map. But then that doesn't help because god damn it. It doesn't help. Like update doesn't, it will replace the value. Wait, update? Can I do this? No, I don't think I can. Wait a minute. Now I'm super confused. So we're getting the document, can I do this? I guess, yeah, I guess I can do this. But I couldn't do this. Backlog item ID. I can't do this because then it overrides the whole value. I wonder if I can point into... Can I do that in a Firestore thing? Because I want to point to this specific thing. That's why we wanted a map. So I don't have to do a transaction on the array. And then... Can I do like update? But this would be the data. Let's see. Firebase. What's it called? Firestore. Update. Field in map. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, it does do that. Oh, by using dot? Huh? Can I do that? Update fields in nested object. Oh, so I can do that. Okay, that's nice. So I can actually use the dot behavior to update a nested thing. Oh, that's great. Favorites, color. Okay. That is great. Then we can do that. So we are going to use the map because we want to just toggle the one thing. So what we want to do... Yeah, the question is, how do we remove a field? We could, of course, just set it to false. Update fields in nested objects. If you yeah, you will update the entire. Yeah. Okay, but that isn't that big of a deal. The only thing is when we kind of unset a backlog item now, we don't actually remove it. Or is it... Oh, maybe there's like I can I unset something? Like delete? Yeah, delete. Yeah, I can probably do the same thing. Delete. Deletes. Let's see. Firestore delete field in map. Oh, interesting. Field value delete. Okay, we have to keep this. Delete a field. Okay, let's keep that. Okay, so we can update now the specific backlog item ID using true now. It's just so that we can like deal with one backlog item at a time without having to run a transaction. And then when we want to delete it, we'd rather use this thing. So that's good. All good. Okay, let's store that. And let's store this one. So let's see what happens now. Let's open the thingy. See what happens when we try to add something. So we have our profiles. Okay, let's just try adding something. Hello there. On Monday. Want to do it today. Oh. Did we do something wrong? You tried to transition into valid. Oh, I'm doing something wrong here. God damn it. Come on. Oh, this is what's happening to this thing. There we go. Yes, I'm doing something wrong here. Let's clear it out. Where is it going wrong? Oh, we've done something wrong in our... Oh yeah, it's already valid. Oh, maybe we shouldn't give a warning when it's already... If it's the same... Yeah, what should happen then? When you try to transition into the same state... should we give you a warning then? I guess we shouldn't. We should only give you a warning if you try to transition into a state that isn't, that it can't transition into. Like, it could indicate that you're running logic not intended, but yeah, no, I'll make sure to remove that. I'll make a note of it. Well, I have to put it back here. Hopefully I'll remember. Okay, that's not the problem. What's the problem? Let's look at the dev tools. Are we here? Let's see. Change description. Oh, here we are. Function document reference set called with invalid data. Undefined, found in field date. This is nice. Actually got it right out there. I do wonder why I didn't see it here though, because we did fix this in the latest version of Overmind, that some actions would actually kind of eat up the... Oh, sorry, it's because we don't actually show the error. It's us actually eating the errors here. We should have an error field here. Anyways, what was it? It was because we were passing a date and it's undefined. Oh, this is so annoying with Firebase. It's like I guess I can pass null, but I don't really want to pass a date at all if it's not there. So I kind of have to do this crazy thing where you kind of have to do this instead. So you check that thing and then you give it a date, or you spread like nothing. I don't really like that syntax. Oh, sorry. So we're kind of... I don't know if there's a better way to express this. Like, you want to optionally add a field to an object. Yeah, but that's at least how I do it. Oh. Let's try to add it again. Hello there. Monday, add. I think it was added. Yeah, we should probably have something indicating that as well. No document to update. Document profiles. Oh, I can't see the thing. Weekdays. Oh, I thought, why isn't it? I thought it was supposed to break off here. That's weird. What is the field it can? No. How am I going to fix this? Can I kind of do this thing? Oh, there should be like a copy thing. That would have been really nice. Okay, let's just log out the error. Also, we should clear out no document to update. Oh, so I do have to add the... Oh, maybe... Oh, sorry. Add backlog item. No. So we did add the backlog item, right? Did we? God damn it. Oh, and there's an empty description there, and that's weird. Ah, this is not working. It's so annoying. I guess this... Oh. That isn't that weird. We're removing the description there. We have to actually pass in the description here. There we go. Well, I guess we can just move it. So we create our stuff first, and then we actually clear it out. So this happens synchronously, creating these promises. So we will have the same behavior there. But I wonder, and also the timestamp, it looked really weird. Is it supposed to look like this? I don't think so. What the hell happened there? Created? Am I supposed to call it, or? A placeholder value for auto-populating the current timestamp. That is really weird. I wonder why that doesn't work. God damn it. That's something that will probably take like 3 sessions to figure out. But what I do wonder is that other error. Why isn't it able to find that other document? Yeah, this is really weird. But I guess we kind of have to stop now. Let's do one search first. Firestore optimistic doc ID. Oh. What the hell? Automatically create an empty document. Yeah, so here we actually produce the why isn't... Oh, sorry. This is not the problem, because we're creating an optimistic, that's okay. We're creating an optimistic ID for the backlog item ID. That's not what's wrong. What's wrong is that for some reason it cannot find this document or something. Is it because... Oh, no. This doesn't make any sense. Let's try again. No document to update. Profiles. This is my profile. Weekdays collection. This is the document. And it says... Oh, do I have to pass in some option here? Like create it if it doesn't exist? No. Or do I have to do set and then pass merge? What's the difference between merge and merge fields? To only replace a spell. Oh, wait. Is it because oh, sorry. I have to do this. We just read about this. Let's see. So I have to profile UID dot backlog item ID and set that to true. That's how you do nested updates, sorry. So I want to, well, I can use set now, of course. Blah. Profile UID, backlog item ID. Yes, let's try this, see if that works. Monday. Something happening. Yeah, I got an update. Brrr, there it is. That's nice. Oh yeah, of course, we didn't indicate that it's done, so it locks itself. That was confusing. So whenever we add, we have to like remove the selection here. Maybe we even exit the screen, actually. But anyways, we have to reset the state here, show that we actually added it. And then all is good. But anyways, we figured that out. But then we have to figure out this timestamp thing. No idea what this is doing. Maybe there's like a new version of the library, like Firebase or something. Anyways, okay. So this is nice. We got our data structure settled. So tomorrow we will make sure that we're able to, well, I guess we won't implement the delete thingy, but we'll make sure that when we add something that it kind of looks like we're actually adding it. I guess we should just reset the state and move back to the front page. I think that's just fine. And then maybe we can introduce like a, what's it called? Like a toast thingy. So it kind of shows you that I actually added the thing. That would be nice. Yeah, let's do that. And then we can move on with displaying, well, I guess planning the current week. That would be the first thing to do. Cool, great. Thanks again for following along. Yeah, I predict with a high degree of confidence that we're going to get a lot of stuff done this week. We're kind of settling on these state machines. We're getting to know Firebase a little bit better. Like I've worked with Firebase for ages, but like this little thing, I've never done that before for some reason. But yeah, cool. See you tomorrow and have a nice day.